Hey guys, and in today's video, let's take a look at Ulanzi MT-09, which is a mini extendable tripod for your GoPro. So what's great about this accessory, guys, is that it's quite versatile because you can use it as a grip or a small tripod, and on top of that you can also extend it. This accessory gonna be perfect for everyone who is going on a short trip. You want to travel light, you don't want to carry too many accessories with you. As I mentioned before, it can be used as a small tripod or a selfie stick, so it can be good for vlogging and recording yourself with it. Alright guys, so let's take a look what we have inside. So this is exactly, guys, what we have inside of the package, and this is MT-09 and a thumb screw. Now please notice, guys, that this accessory is really small. It really doesn't take much space. Now please compare it to a GoPro, for example. Notice that in fact MT-09 is really tiny, it's really small, and just because of that I think that this accessory gonna be perfect for traveling because you can fit it into your pocket. It definitely is not gonna take much space in your camera bag, and I think if you like to travel light, I think this accessory is gonna be for you. So let's take a closer look at it now. Overall, the material that this tripod is made of is ABS plastic as far as I know, but if you take a closer look at the surface of this tripod, you will notice that it's covered with some kind of a rubber. And the simple reason why it's important, guys, is that whenever, for example, your hands are sweating, or when you are going to do some activities around the water, so your hand's gonna be wet, I think it's always great to have that anti-slippery protection, just to give you that solid grip, where you're not gonna accidentally drop your camera. I just really regret, guys, that they don't provide any sort of a leash, so you could wrap it around your wrist, just in case you need it. It's always nice to have, and you can save your camera. Now, if you take a closer look at the bottom of this tripod, you will notice that there is the same rubberized material on the surface. So again, guys, having that anti-slippery protection on the base of your tripod is simply great to have, because whenever you are going to use the MT-09 as a tripod and you want to have that solid stand, then whenever you, for example, accidentally move it just by a tiny bit, or when there is simply just a tiny little wind coming in, I think having that anti-slippery protection is simply great to have. So guys, I think it's worth to mention that MT-09 tripod is gonna be compatible with all the GoPros that you have. So it doesn't matter whether you're gonna have a GoPro Hero 9 Black, Hero 7, Hero 8, or even GoPro Max, or any other action camera, such as, for example, DJI Osmo Action. MT-09 gonna be compatible with all of them, thanks to that universal GoPro mount adapter. Now guys, I think that this video wouldn't be complete if I didn't compare Ulanzi MT-09 to GoPro Shorty. And I think that these two accessories are quite similar. So the main reason why we're doing this comparison, guys, is very simple. These accessories are very similar, and it's all about the price. This is official accessory from GoPro, and it costs around $40. And guess what? MT-09 from Ulanzi costs around $13 if you get it from their official website. If you get it from Amazon, it's gonna cost you around 18 bucks. A small heads up, guys, if you are a GoPro Plus subscriber on GoPro website, you can get certain accessories for almost half of the price, or at least 30%. So as I said, guys, before, both of these accessories are very similar. However, MT-09 is a little bit taller and larger, whereas GoPro Shorty is just by tiny little bit smaller. Another big difference, guys, is that when you are using MT-09 and you're trying to extend it, the whole movement isn't as smooth as when you do it on the GoPro Shorty. I don't know why, but for some reason there is some stiffness to it. But this can be treated as advantage and disadvantage, because, for example, when you have much of payload on your MT-09, for example, if you have a cage, or maybe if you have a media mode with a light and an external microphone on it, I think having that stiffness is going to be advantage for you. However, most of the time when you do that extension, you have to use simply force to do it, so it's not as easy as on the GoPro Shorty. But for most of the time, guys, you probably are not gonna use any cage or media modes, and for that time when you are not gonna do it, it's only gonna feel slightly harder than it is on the GoPro Shorty. Now, another thing that I really love about the MT-09 is that when you take a closer look at the surface of the handle as well as on the feet, you'll notice that there is this rubberized material, guys. And this is huge because whenever your hands are sweating, I think having that anti-slippery protection is simply great to have. When you compare it to GoPro Shorty, it kind of feels too smooth, at least to my taste. Many times when I'm recording something and it's a very hot day, I feel like my hands are sweating. I don't feel comfortable while using GoPro Shorty during that time. And at the same time, MT-09 uses exactly the same material on its feet. Now take a look at a quick comparison when I'm trying to move both of these tripods. So as you guys just noticed, it wasn't as easy to move the MT-09 as it was with the GoPro Shorty. And why is it huge? Well, when you're going to record, for example, a time-lapse, you simply want that camera to be perfectly still and you don't want it to be moved by wind or anything else. So straight out of the box, MT-09 comes with a much larger screw than the GoPro Shorty does. But this is nothing serious to worry about because you can replace it with any screw that you want. Both of these accessories have exactly the same typical GoPro mount, so you can use it across all GoPros that you have and with other action cameras as well. And finally, MT-09 is just by tiny little bit heavier than the GoPro Shorty. But again, this is not something serious to worry about, because the difference between them is insignificant. So all in all, who do I recommend this accessory for, guys? Well, I'll be honest with you guys, the difference between one and the other is so insignificant, and then you have to take a look at the price budget, because really, you can't beat the price. For $13, what you get is insane. So that's your decision, because both of these accessories gonna do exactly the same job, guys. So you basically have a choice between a $13 accessory and a $40 accessory. Yes, you can get it with a discount if you decide to join GoPro Plus subscription program, so you can get it for like $20, etc. So the final decision simply belongs to you, whether you want to pay more or you want to pay less. Personally, for me, guys, I just hope that when I'm going to use my MT-09, that extension pole gonna get smoother with every single day, because that's the only thing that I can complain about. It's not like a big disadvantage, but I would really love it to be a little bit more smooth. So what do you think about the MT-09 tripod from Ulanzi? Is it something that you will be interested in, or you prefer GoPro branded accessories? Let me know about it in the comment sections below. And for today, guys, that's it. I just wanted to ask you to give me a thumb up, subscribe to this channel if you haven't already, smash that notification button so you don't miss on my future content, and see you guys in the next one.